to approve the disposal of dredge spoil at Abbott Point has been a hot topic of discussion. Today, protesters clashed with a local shop owner in Cairns whose business was disrupted by the noisy demonstration.
Tensions flew higher when some locals refused to move their dredging protest from the entrance of the Orchid Plaza. Protesters were confronted while voicing their dissatisfaction over Warren Entsch's approval of dredge spoil dumping at Abbott Point. They have insisted it highlights the environmental impacts for the Trinity Inlet project. Local Orchid news agency owner Shane Boson says the protesters were restricting access to his business.
But nobody can get into the arcade and they can't get out either. You saw that I had to come through the whole crowd and move all their signs out of the way so that I could get out to the footpath to see what was happening.
But dredging protests say the gathering was designed to be peaceful and reflects the concerns of the greater community.
And if they do go through with this approval, then it sets precedent for other marines and ports to be dredged, and that just will create a chain-way effect all the way up the coast.
Protesters maintain the dredging will adversely affect the Cairns community in ways that aren't just environmental.
It would mean that the tourism industry that Cairns relies on and the hospitality industry that Cairns relies on would be at great stake, and our local investments would pretty much go down the drain.
And for these protesters, the message was simple.
We don't want it. We don't want dumping on our reef.
Warren Entsch maintains the Trinity Inlet project is in the right position, and future dredging projects are being encouraged to have a land-based disposal. Isabel Mullen, Win News.
Plans to dump millions of cubic metres of dredge spoil in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park have sparked protests in Cairns. Locals are concerned the decision will impact the local tourism industry and pave the way for more approvals further north.
Abbott Point may be hundreds of kilometres away, but it stirred up anger and concern here in Cairns.
It's not just an environmental issue, it's also just tourism's going to be so badly affected. The image of Australia is going to be changed totally.
Last week, the government approved plans to dump 3 million cubic metres of dredge spoil near the reef off the coast of Bowen. It would allow Abbott Point to become the biggest coal terminal in the world.
Our main idea is to create awareness so that we can gain funds for the Reef Fighting Fund. We need to be able to take our government to court over this.
The peaceful protest quickly became heated. Business owner Shane Boson believed the demonstration was blocking access to Orchid Plaza and called the police.
They shouldn't be here, they're trespassing, they know it, and they're quite happy to physically fight over their right to trespass.
Member for Leichhardt, Warren Entsch, has commended the government's decision. He hopes it will lead to similar approvals for Trinity Inlet. Lauren Dejoux, 7 News.
It is your environment, but you're probably going to have to fight for it.